Hello and welcome to the 2019 Crochet Between Worlds Advent Meditation Podcast. My name is Michelle and I am the Australian half of the Crochet Between Worlds blog. This is such a busy time of year for many of us with lots of competing priorities. The idea of these podcasts is to take a short time out of your week to sit, listen and create mindfully. Over the 4 weeks of Advent we will be crocheting a set of 4 decorations with one pattern released each week. The pattern is a mystery that will unfold before you to keep your focus on the stitch you are working right now rather than looking ahead. There will be no chart and no written pattern. We will count the stitches at the end of each round to catch any mistakes early, and please feel free to pause and rewind if you need to listen again. You might think you can figure out how the pattern is going to go from the first set of stitches in each round and zip ahead, but I would encourage you to slow down and work each instruction as you hear it. That is, after all, the whole point of a meditation. The decoration we will make this week is inspired by hope. What are you hopeful for? Tell us in the comments or when you post pictures on social media or Ravelry. So now grab about 15 grams of DK yarn. I'm using Stylecraft Classic Cotton, a 4.5mm or 7 hook, a yarn needle and your yarn scissors. I'm going to assume you are comfortable with magic circles and the US terms chain, single crochet, double crochet and slip stitch. For any other stitches mentioned, there is a stitch guide with links to tutorials in the blog post attached to this podcast. If you are good at standing stitches, that will make your finished product look neater, but chains work just as well. I'll mention both options where relevant. So find a comfortable spot and settle in, perhaps with a cup of tea and a blanket if it's chilly at your house, or an iced coffee and a fan if you're in the southern hemisphere like me. Plug in your headphones and let's go. Make a magic circle. Round 1. Work 10 single crochet into the magic circle. Tighten up your magic circle and then join to the first single crochet you worked with a slip stitch. At the end of round 1, you should have 10 single crochet in a magic circle. Round 2. Work a standing double crochet in your first stitch or chain 3. Work another double crochet into the same stitch. In the next stitch, work 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, work 2 double crochet. In the next stitch, work 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, work 2 double crochet. In the next stitch, work 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, work 2 double crochet. In the next stitch, work 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, work 2 double crochet. You should now have 1 unworked stitch before the end of this round. Into that stitch, work 1 double crochet. Slip stitch to the top of your standing double crochet that you started with, or the 3rd chain of your 3 chain, with a slip stitch to finish this round. At the end of round 2, you should have 15 double crochet. Round 3. Chain 1 and work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Chain 5 skip 2 stitches and work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 5, skip 2 stitches and work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 5, skip 2 stitches and work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 5, skip 2 stitches and work 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 5. You should have 2 stitches remaining unworked in this round, so we'll finish off by joining with a slip stitch to the first single crochet of the round. At the end of round 3, you should have 5 single crochets and in between each one a 5 chain space. Round 4. Chain 1 and single crochet into the first stitch. Chain 4. Next we're going to work a treble 5 together into the round 3 chain space. If you're not familiar with how to work a treble 5 together, please stop now and head to the Crochet Between Worlds blog post for a tutorial on how to work this stitch. For those of you who do know how to make a treble 5 together, try a tip that I picked up from Polly Plum. When you get to the very last stage of the stitch, you have 7 loops on your hook. To make a pointier treble 5 together, pull through the first 3 and then the last 4 rather than all 7 at the same time. So now work a treble 5 together into the round 3 chain space. Chain 4. Work 1 single crochet into the next single crochet. Chain 4. Work a treble 5 together into the next chain space. Chain 4. Work 1 single crochet into the next single crochet. Chain 4. Work a treble 5 together in the next round 3 chain space. Chain 4. Work 1 single crochet in the next single crochet. Chain 4. Work a treble 5 together into the next round 3 chain space. Chain 4. Work 1 single crochet into the next single crochet. Chain 4. Work a treble 5 together into the next round 3 chain space. Chain 4. And now we're back at the beginning, so we're going to join to the first single crochet that we made with a slip stitch. At the end of round 4, you'll start to have something that looks like a star. On each point, you'll have a single crochet, chain 4, treble 5 together, chain 4, and then a single crochet to finish. Round 5. Chain 1, skip the first single crochet of the round, and in the next chain space work 4 single crochet. Into the top of your treble 5 together, work a single crochet, chain 3, and then single crochet all into the top of that stitch. In the next chain space, work 4 single crochet. Slip stitch into the next single crochet. In the next chain space, work 4 single crochet. In the next stitch, that's your treble 5 together, we're going to work single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Four single crochet in the next chain space. And then slip stitch into the next single crochet. In the next chain space, work 4 single crochet. Into the next stitch, which is your treble 5 together, we're going to work 1 single crochet, 3 chain, and another single crochet all into that same stitch. In the next chain space, work 4 single crochet. Slip stitch into the next single crochet. Into your next chain space, work 4 single crochet. Into the next stitch, which is your treble 5 together, we're going to work a single crochet, 3 chain, and another single crochet into the same stitch. In the next chain space, work 4 single crochet. Slip stitch into the next single crochet. Into the next chain space, work 4 single crochet. Into the next stitch, which is your treble 5 together, work 1 single crochet, 3 chain, and another single crochet all in the same stitch. In the next chain space, work 4 single crochet. And now we're back at the start, so you can join to the first single crochet with a slip stitch. At the end of round 5, you'll have a proper looking star now, hopefully, although it will probably need some blocking and maybe some adjustment of the single crochets into the chain spaces. But on each point between the slip stitches, you should have 10 single crochet and 3 chain. The last thing we need to do is make a hanging loop for our decoration so we can hang it on the tree or a doorknob or wherever you like to hang decorations in your house. There are 2 options for doing this. Either you can finish off now, join your yarn somewhere else into one of the 3 chain spaces on a point of the star, or you can work along the back of your star in the 3rd loop. If you're not sure where the 3rd loop is on a single crochet, please pause now and have a look at the blog post at Crochet Between Worlds where there will be a tutorial on how to find the 3rd loop. So as I said, you can also slip stitch along the 3rd loops of your single crochets to the next 3 chain space. It's less elegant, but it depends how much you hate ends. Regardless, once you're at the next chain space, work 20 chain. You can work more or fewer chain depending on how much hanging loop you want. I found 20 to be about the right amount for me. Once you've done 20, slip stitch back into the same chain space you started with and finish off. Congratulations and thank you for completing the first Crochet Between Worlds meditation podcast. If you could wait a day or two before posting pictures of the decoration that you've made, that will help keep the mystery for others. But you can always feel free to post, comment. If you have questions, please ask them. Thank you very much.